I want you to do that again for this next guy, very funny comedian. Make a lot of noise for this guy. Come on, let's give it up for Eric Corso! Let's keep it going for Sugar Puss. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody this evening? You know, it's so obvious that I just don't understand women. I have a hypothetical question for you. If a man and woman are making love and he finishes before she does. Now, okay, just hypothetical. Like, I mean, what if it really happened? Because like, I was with this woman and you know, maybe I finished before she did. I mean, how would I know? I was asleep. You know, I heard on the news today that the economy is getting better. Well, not here. I mean, just last week, a couple driving around in their neighborhood decided to follow signs for a bank-owned property for sale. Didn't know it was theirs. You know, this economy is so bad that I had to move back in with my folks. Yeah. I mean, well, now the house is really crowded because they had to move back in with their folks. But thank goodness Grandma was able to get that second shift at Walmart. Yeah, you, sir, do you have a job? With all due respect, fuck you. Well, I mean, unless you're hiring, in which case, you know, fuck me, if you wanna. Man. You know, I've been out of work for so long, I know every menu item at Starbucks. Because that's where all the unemployed but cool people hang out. There's no doubt that, like free Wi-Fi and all that stuff. You know, and we can network. Although, if I don't have a job and no real prospects, and you don't have a job, is that really networking? Or is that a support group? You know how hard it is to go on a date when you don't have any money? I met this chick at a club a couple of nights ago, and I told her, hey, I don't have money to buy you drinks, but maybe later on, you go back to your place and I could show you my stimulus package. Yeah. Yeah. She said, why can't we go to your place? Well, it's a bit early to be meeting the family. So I've been doing a lot of dating, mostly internet dating. You know what's really hard about internet dating? Is you gotta fill out a profile, you gotta answer all these questions, and then you gotta come up with a screen name, for your profile. Something that captures the essence of who you are. Loser, looking to get laid. Actually, that was already taken, so. I'm serious, one time, when I was at Starbucks, I couldn't think of a screen name. And they had these canisters of different flavored coffees, each one with a little descriptive label. Well, one of the labels said, dark, sophisticated, and exotic. I thought, shit, that's me. So that's why my screen name is French Roast. Hey, I gotta tell you, I've been back at that Starbucks every day for the past 3 weeks, and I've been drinking that same coffee. So I think that right next to the little label that says dark, sophisticated, and exotic, there should be another label that says your results may vary. Yeah. Oh. Now my friend tells me that the secret to internet dating is that you got to be open. He says you can't just date the sisters, you need to date the white women. Big deal. I used to date white women all the time. Not when I had good credit. But it just seems like when I'm dating white women, there's a pattern. Like in the beginning, everything's great. And they're calling you pet names like Chocolate Thunder. Yeah, but eventually they're calling you Buckwheat. And I don't really get what the big deal is about relationships anyway. Why does everybody want to be in a relationship? Because it seems to me like the longer you're in a relationship, the meaner you get toward each other. No, I think that's you looking at him. See, I mean, look at my grandparents. They've been together 55 years, and they're a really sweet couple. But when my grandma gets mad at my grandpa, she will fix him his favorite meal, a big plate of barbecue ribs and corn on the cob and hide his dentures. I mean, my grandparents are an example of how relationships change over time. Because like back when they were in their 20s, he wanted sex all the time. I mean, anytime the man did something around the house, like unstop a sink or fix a cabinet, he's gonna need a reward, a little something, something. Eventually, my grandma just figured it was easier if she took out the trash. But today, 55 years later, it's different. She'll say to him, Harold, it's the first Friday of the month, dear. You know what that means. What am I, a woman? A machine? Oh, don't be silly, dear. Machines have moving parts. Let me just do a little survey here. How many of you are in a happy, stable relationship today? Raise your hand, please. How does that work? Because I just go from one bad relationship to another. The gal I'm dating right now, it's just working out. I mean, I suppose because we have a lot in common. Well, we met in group therapy, so. It just seems like between men and women, there's always some tension. I don't know if God intended for it to be this way, but apparently he's okay with it. Because the Bible tells us that God created Eve from Adam's rib while he was asleep. So later on, Adam wakes up and he says, Lord, I have this pain in my side. And God says, get used to it. So I think that all the issues between men and women started right there in the Garden of Eden. Because later on, when Adam finally meets Eve, what's the first thing he says? You owe me. Actually, there's some scriptures that suggest the first thing that Adam said to Eve was Hanakam Shalom Benai, which is ancient Hebrew for, you come here often? Oh, God. So somebody had a birthday back there, right? And actually, I'm sorry, folks, I cannot continue. My time is up, but you've been a great audience. Thank you so much. Can you stand up for your coach?